Rob Brettle is in the hills and deserts of Arizona, USA. He finds a lot to love, but his main mission is rattlesnakes. The black rattler, the southwestern speckled, and of course the well-equipped western diamondback. But even though there are other desert critters he wants to cuddle up to, Rob knows that Arizona is the killer instinct dead heart of Rattlerville, USA. Rob Brettle has returned to the USA to learn more about a snake that's feared and misunderstood from the east to west coast here. It's fearsome looking and announces its disapproval.
When you talk about poisonous snakes in North America, you're talking rattlesnakes. And if you want to find them, you come here to the home of the rattlesnake, Arizona. That's where you find the most of them. And that's why I'm here.
The deserts and mountain hills of Arizona don't immediately look like perfect territory for several species to thrive and survive, but tough vegetation abounds, helping to feed and shelter a tough, adaptable wildlife. Rob's using all his skills as a bushman to learn in unfamiliar territory.
That spider web reminds me of a tent spider, but in the centre, I notice there's a hole like a funnel web. I've got no idea what spider it'd be. It's quite a large one. I'd really like to know too. Up here on the cactus I can see something's chewed a piece out. And down in there were some rats. Where something's brought some sticks together. So I reckon I've got a pack rat nest as well. And just over there I can see, if I was in Australia, it'd be a bird spider hole and he's home. Because he's covered the end over with a web. Now, walking around here in the North American bush, I've got to be a bit careful. I just brushed a cactus, look at that. So not only do I have to watch where I put my feet for the rattlesnakes, I still have to watch out for these things. They're pretty big thorns. Look at that, I just brushed it and there it is. And there's cactus everywhere here. It's probably going to be the most dangerous thing, just walking around amongst it. Geez, they hang in well. Ooh. I'll just check out them little sticks that I reckon is a pack rat nest. Very, very similar to the Australian stick nest rat, I reckon. They gather in sticks and things and make a nest at the base of a bush or something. This one's got the base of a cactus, so that makes it pretty. I reckon this is an old one though. It doesn't look like it's being used to me. Not much in the line of fresh track in there or anything. I think it's an old one. That's where it was in there. He's home, I can see his tail. Like I told you. This is going to be the most dangerous thing here is cactus. Look at all the little ones, fine ones, all tiny little fine ones all over the place. Well, I don't think I'm going to catch him. He's pretty safe. He's put his nest in the middle of the cactus. If I want to look like a pincushion, then I could try, but I think it's going to be too difficult. But I'll give it a go. I'm going to give it a go. Oh no. And no go. I'll have to look for an easier one. Hey. Unreal.
No luck with the pack rat, but Rob's come here to Arizona, which he's dubbed Rattlerville, USA, to hunt and get a close-up look at the many varieties of rattlesnake that call this great state home. He'll walk scorching deserts and climb among the foothills and heights of the Arizona mountains to find black rattlers. and why the baby black is so different.
Ah, look at that!
He catches and plays with a pretty mountain king snake and remembers the rhyme, red against yellow kills a fellow. He really gets stuck on the cacti of the region.
I just touched that one.
And the bright little lizards. And absolutely pockets full of snakes.
For a rattlesnake. That rattles.
Then it's a southwestern speckled in a tight spot that really welcomes Rob with a rowdy rattle. But the rattlesnakes don't have it all their own way, because here in the desert there are giant hairy scorpions and equally hairy tarantulas.
I'm terrified of spiders. I used to be.
It's a desert where the wildlife is everywhere, and rattlesnakes will let you know if you pull their tails. But when it comes to a race with a quick coach whip, Rob's happy he's the faster of the two. Next up, Rob compares the black rattlesnake with the feared Australian tiger snake. Arizona was a big state in the pioneering days. This far from civilization, it still is big, wild and exciting. But now it's spring, and those cacti that Rob was worried about have burst forth with new flowers, softening their spiky personalities for just a little while.
When people hear the word rattlesnake, they think there's just one. But there's not. There's more. There could be as many as 15 to 17, depending upon who you listen to, and there could be more. When I knew I was coming to North America, there was one that I just knew I had to find, and that's why I'm here in the mountains of Arizona.
Rob's using his Aussie tracking techniques to look for signs of the snake he's after. An area can be crawling with snakes, but if they don't want to be found, no amount of turned over stones will reveal one. But Rob's in luck. It's too nice a day to stay indoors when you could be sunning yourself on a rock.
And I found one. It's over here. It's the black rattlesnake.
The black immediately begins to taste the air at Rob's approach.
Look at this. Look at this. It's a classic example. It's exactly where I expected to find one. Rocky outcrop, just stuck in under a bit of a ledge. Now I've got to be a bit careful here, because he can rely on his heat sensors. And these little fellas can strike half their body length. Don't know how long he is, so I've got to be a bit careful. And he knows I'm here. Look at that tongue. He's really tasting. I can see those pits, eh? He can see me.
Rattlers are well-armed predators. Their Jacobson's organ can directionally taste the air for scent, and they can see in the infrared. That is, they see warm-blooded animals in complete darkness.
He's actually taking off now. Moving off. But that's good, because that's a pretty awkward position to catch him in. I'd like him to be a bit more out in the flat. He's really walked into my trap, I would say. It was a bit difficult to catch him under there. He noticed it, so he's moving off. He's actually coming towards me now. This is going to be good. So it'll be easy to catch him. I'm going to pin him down very gently behind his head. I've noticed that rattlesnakes, to me, seem to have much better eyesight than the elapids I'm used to. They seem to have much better eyesight. There we go, no drama. Look at that, huh? I tell you what, looking at the length of those fangs there, I don't want them sunk into my body, I can tell you. Hey, look at that, eh? I've done it. Got me first black rattlesnake, or mountain rattlesnake. He's not a bad size either. Why I really wanted to find this particular rattlesnake is because it reminds me of my most favourite Australian snake, the tiger snakes.
Back in Australia, Rob has caught more tiger snakes than he can remember. Listed only as the number 5 deadliest in the world, they have killed more Australians than any other.
The very first poisonous snake I ever caught was a tiger snake when I was 11 on my way to school. Now I spent many a year through these areas looking for tiger snakes. They were the most common snake here. And in one day, my father and my brother caught 64 on one island in 4 hours.
Rob likes to use 2 catching jiggers to settle down the fast and aggressive tiger snake.
Now the reason we caught so many tiger snakes back then was they were actually needing them for venom research and anti-venom. And whenever my father and other snake catchers went on snake catching trips, there was a competition to see who could catch the most. And they then tail handle the snakes into the bag, which was dangerous. On one of these trips, my father grabbed this big tiger snake by the tail and said, "Look at this beauty." And I won't say what he said because it was hanging off his hand. He had to grab it by the head and pull it off. And that tiger snake nearly killed him. So I don't tail handle snakes. I catch them with the jigger, behind the head, safe way.
Back in the US, Rob still has his hands full of black rattler.
Now, like the tiger snakes, he belongs to a group of snakes that is able to rapidly change to suit its environment. And by that, I mean they eat just about anything. Whatever pops up, they'll take it. Not only that, the tiger snake in its most southern range is generally black to absorb heat because it's cooler down there. Up here in the mountains, it's a bit cooler, so this fellow is black, or very dark anyway. And not only that, another thing, the babies of these don't look anything like the adults. And that's the same with the tiger snakes. The black tiger snakes, when they're young, are striped. And this one is very well patterned when it's a young one also. Okay, mate, nice meeting you. Off you go. Look at that. Just like the tiger snake, off on his merry way. No fuss, no bother.
This Arizona black rattlesnake is just one of 9 subspecies of the western rattlesnake. Rob's hoping to meet as many as he can. Coming up next on Killer Instinct, Rob goes gaga for the tiniest things. And later, Rob challenges America's fastest snake to a race.
It's starting to wear out.
After a lifetime of calling the Australian bush home, Rob relishes getting his bare feet on foreign soil, like these North American deserts. And there's none more biologically diverse as here in the tough and majestic state of Arizona.
Now, it's taken a lot of searching, but I've been really lucky. I've actually found a baby black rattlesnake. Here it is. And as you can see, if you compare him to that adult one, looks like a different snake. Now, this doesn't always work, but if I look at his tail here, and he's got a complete scale on his tail, I can tell how many times this snake shed its skin. Because they're born with one button, and every time they shed their skin, they add another scale to their rattle, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know he's shed his skin 4 times, so it's only a young snake, maybe a year old. And this colour change from a very brightly marked young animal to a very dark drab adult animal is exactly the same as the island tiger snakes. They start off really brightly striped and turn black, or sort of a black colour. Now this is really exciting. You don't often find this. Look at that, eh? Okay, mate. What a beauty.
At this elevation, temperatures are lower than down on the flats. It's the green among the rocks and spring blooms that make the area striking this time of year. Luckily for Rob, the snakes are springing up almost as prolifically as the wildflowers.
Look at that! What I really love about nature is that no matter how well it appears things fit in, there's always the spanner in the works. And up here, when it comes to the snakes, it's this little fellow here, the mountain king snake. He lives in exactly the same habitat as the black rattlesnake, while on one hand, the black rattlesnake has the most sophisticated weaponry of any snake on the earth. This one has no weaponry. It's totally harmless. Yet it does just as well in exactly the same habitat. But then, he was here first. Okay then, mate, we can both be off. You can look for your food and I'm off to find more little critters.
Rob now moves down to the desert floor and back into the heat of a strange and beautiful landscape.
I've come to this part of the desert to find a particular rattlesnake with two very unusual characteristics. Now you can see it's going to be a bit like looking for a needle in a haystack, but I'm determined to stay until I find it.
Here, the camera is showing us about an acre or so of broken, stony ground rising into a hill. Now, cover that in thick brush and throw in lots of cacti, big and small, and you may start to understand just how true Rob's needle in a haystack analogy is. But if nothing, Rob's persistent.
Of all the cactuses or cacti in the desert that I have to watch out for, this would have to be the worst one, the cholla. It drops these little sections on the ground and they're all over the place, so I have to watch out. I've already felt a couple that don't feel too good, I can tell you.
But using that bushman's brain and eye, again he looks for vague hints that turn into suggestions, that develop into clues that become evidence he can use to round up the usual suspects. It's just that some evidence wants to come along too.
You see what I tell you? I just touched that one. And they tickle, I tell you. They've got barbs.
The search for something exciting, apart from stingy cactus needles, has taken a while now in the high heat of the day. Sometimes the size of the creature is inversely related to Rob's reaction when catching it.
Yep! Gotcha! Little beauty. My first lizard. They're not easy to catch here either. Just look at that rocks and cracks, but geez, isn't that pretty? Unreal. Brilliant sky iridescent blue belly. Orange throat. Patterns on his back. Looks very much like a little dragon in the body. And the skin feel like a little agate. Unreal. Lizard. And that's why there's a lot of snakes in these areas. There's a lot of lizards like this. But as you can see, very difficult to get near. So many cracks. And being a hot day, they're very, very active. I consider myself lucky to catch this one. How's that? Hey, look at that. What a beauty. I'll put him back. He's dinner for somebody out here. Off you go. Off you go.
Next up, why the rattlesnake is more dangerous than the world's #1 most venomous Australian snake.
There it is. Deadliest snake on the planet.
Rob's been searching the Arizona desert now for quite a while. He's been finding plenty of reptiles and other life, just not the ones he really wants.
Up here. Right up here. Pack rat nest. And it's used the cholla cactus. Make sure nothing can get him. In just about every available spot you'll find them. So there's got to be a lot of pack rats up here.
The pack rat nests are everywhere, ensuring a plentiful supply of food for snakes. But surely this is the kingdom of the rattlesnake. Rob's found evidence to the contrary.
Oh yeah. I've been searching most of the day. I haven't come up empty-handed. Haven't got what I want. Got a couple of things here. First one, quite interesting little snake. It's called a lyre snake. And I'm not a liar because I haven't found a rattlesnake yet. It's just there's more non-venomous snakes out here than venomous ones. So it goes without saying they're going to find more of these. And the type of lyre this is the shape of the mark on its body, the musical instrument, the lyre, is where it gets its name from. Oh, nearly. Oh, he just wanted to have a bite at me. They're quite a nasty little snake and slightly venomous. They've got rear fangs and quite potent to lizards, they reckon. Lucky I'm not a lizard. In you go. Get back. In the other pocket, got another little friend. It's called a glossy snake. You can see why, very glossy looking body on it. Yet again, totally harmless. One of the colubrids, quite common in these areas as well. So he doesn't like being handled too much. Pretty amazing, most of the snakes I've found out here are really nicely patterned. Helps with camouflage, I suppose. I'll put him away again. There we go, quick. Get in there. He doesn't want to go. Okay, mate, down you go. Get in there. Anyway, last but not least, and he's that big, I had to put him into my shirt. Snake that looks a bit like a... Get back in there. The snakes come out everywhere. Get back in, go on, get back. That, with his pattern, could be mistaken for a rattlesnake. And quite big, a gopher snake. Again, a harmless variety, another colubrid. And by the size of him, looks like he's a rat eater too. Quite a big snake. And strong, almost constrictor-like. He wants to wrap me up. Hissing too. Shh, did you hear something? So my search hasn't been entirely fruitless. I've found quite a lot of snakes. And the reason I found a lot of non-venomous snakes is because comparatively, there's a lot more non-venomous snakes in America than venomous ones.
Rob's long association with reptiles has taught him the differences between what is regarded as the most venomous and what is regarded as the most dangerous. The world's top 10 list of venomous snakes is headed by this specimen, the Australian inland taipan. This, according to its venom's ability in tests to kill more mice than any other snakes, is the world's public enemy number one. Yet no human fatalities seem to be reported. This is because it's a shy snake living in a very remote part of Australia. Its venom is 890 times more potent than a diamondback rattlesnake's. But, according to the US Food and Drug Administration, about 8,000 people a year receive venomous bites in the United States, and 9 to 15 victims die, primarily from rattlesnakes. There have been 38 snakebite deaths in 23 years in Australia, and Aussie snakes occupy 10 places in the world's top 10 most venomous. Rob then reasons because of high and direct population contact, the rattlesnake is a more dangerous snake than the inland taipan. In fact, in the US each year, 500 people die from bee stings. But Rob's attention is still to the task at hand.
What's quite unique about these particular boulders is they're just full of cracks like this. They're everywhere. And in these cracks, we have lots of little lizards and lots of small bats. And that's why this rattlesnake lives here. That's his food.
Coming next, Rob hears rattling from inside a rock crevice. could only be one thing. And later, the undisputed prize rattler, the western diamondback. Rob's on the hunt for a nice, noisy rattlesnake. He's seen plenty in captivity and caught a few on this trip so far, but they've all been a little shy and quiet. But here, after a long search in the wild, he knows he'll get a response.
Finally, found one. I can see him in there. I don't know how I'm going to get him out. It doesn't look that bad. Actually, if I annoy him a bit, he might just crawl out. Yeah, I think I can get him out. Not a problem. Get a stick. Yep, I think I can get him out. Come on, mate. Don't have to come. Come on. Come on. How's it coming? He's coming. Yep. Oh, he's annoyed too. He's alarmed. Hear him rattle. At last, a rattlesnake that rattles.
The southwestern speckled rattlesnake is active in the daytime and at dusk in the spring and autumn. Then it becomes nocturnal during the summer. Rob knows this potentially deadly snake will hold its ground when cornered.
Look at that colour. He's exactly the same colour as those rocks. That's perfect camouflage. Perfect. Out you go. Out he goes. Come on, out you go. Good boy. Come down where I can catch you. Okay. There we go, down here onto the deck. No worries. Oh, sorry about that, mate. Oh, look at those fangs.
Rob gets his noisy, cranky, big-fanged wish.
Finally, I've got him in my hands. Speckled rattlesnake. Now, the two special things, he's the only rattlesnake that eats bats, and he has blue eyes. Very pale blue eyes, almost mauve.
This fellow also eats ground squirrels, kangaroo rats, white-footed mice, birds and lizards.
Nasty little devil too, he's not a quiet one. Nervous snake.
And that nervousness is kept in check by hiding in deep canyons amongst rock piles, boulders and stony foothills.
Well, after all that trouble, there it is. We're going to let him go. We've got heaps more to show you when it comes to rattlesnakes.
Rob releases his new American friend and sets out for more rattlers. The day's shadows are getting long. Gold tints the sky and the cacti become ghostly silhouettes. But night brings out other creatures and Rob.
That's a coyote I can hear in the background. But I'm not out here looking for them. I'm looking for something else. A giant spider. A tarantula. I went for a walk last night with a torch. Came up with a few other things that live in the desert other than reptiles that can bite or sting. Here, it's called the giant, hairy desert scorpion. Quite a big one. And this is a female, pregnant one. As big as it looks, it's not really deadly. Gives you a fairly nasty sting, but that's about all. In fact, one of the smallest scorpions out here is the most dangerous. And it's called the bark scorpion. I've also got one of them too. It's in my hand. Now they're fairly fast. That's why I've got my fist around it. I just ate my fist up. Oh, what's that? Oh no. I'm terrified of spiders. I used to be, but not anymore. That's just a tarantula. If you look in this hand here, I've got the bark scorpion. This is the deadliest scorpion in the US of A. This little tiny thing there. Just a little tiny one. Very active scorpion too. That's why I'd have him held up in my hands. Anyway, what I want to tell you kids out there, don't try this. But what I want to show you is if you do find a scorpion or a spider on you, don't panic, because you're a bit like a tree or a rock to them. They're just going to crawl around, and it's when you go to squash him is when he'll bite. Now these little ones have killed kids, so I can't stress to be too careful. But as you can see, they think I'm just an object to crawl over. I'm not a threat. All of these animals only act in self-defense.
The hairs giving part of this giant's name are used to detect ground and air vibrations. Scorpions aren't insects. They have 8 legs like spiders and therefore are from the arachnid family.
I'm terrified of spiders. I used to be, but not anymore. Tarantulas. We actually have spiders like this in Australia. One's called a mouse spider and looks very similar in the head parts to this one. And the other one's called a bird spider or a barking spider. But we don't have anywhere near the variety that tarantulas own us here, that I know of anyway. Maybe there are in Australia too, because Australia's a big country with very limited population, so there could be a lot more, because as far as I know there's 8 or 9 species of tarantulas that have been actually described, and they reckon there could be as many as 100 more out there to be discovered. And look, don't squash them. As hairy and as scary as they look, they very rarely ever bite. And like I said, I used to be terrified of spiders. But once you get to know them, they're not such bad little creatures after all. Got a lot of legs, that's about it. They're only here to eat insects.
The tarantula family includes the largest spiders known, but are harmless to humans and can be trained as pets. A tarantula doesn't spin a web, but catches its prey by pursuit, hunting like a little cougar. Next up, Rob finally bags his prize snake, the western diamondback rattler. It's a big desert. And even though the birds seem happy enough, Rob is discovering his expectations aren't being met.
Before I came to North America, I thought finding rattlesnakes would be easy, because every time you see a movie, the rattlesnakes always were there rattling their tails saying, "Here I am." And I thought if I just came out in the desert and walked, when I got to about 10 feet from a rattlesnake, it'd say, "Here I am, don't stand on me." But it's not like that, it's not that easy. In fact, it looks like that if I'm going to find a rattlesnake, I might even stand on him before I see him.
Life is to be seen everywhere here in the Arizona desert.
It's the best time of the day to be searching, and I'm out here looking for the most common or prolific rattlesnake in this area. And as far as I know, it's the biggest rattlesnake that lives in these deserts. And the reason I'm in this particular spot here looking is everywhere I look, there are holes, whether it's up a cactus or on the ground, they're just everywhere. I'm standing within 1 foot of about a 3 foot long western diamondback rattlesnake, and he isn't letting me know he's there. There is no rattling.
And there goes another snake myth, that they will strike at anything that comes near. This snake will stand its ground, but only if provoked.
We'll just get a bit of a closer look at him if we can. Go on, out you go. There he is. Not a real big one. But all the same, western diamondback. And by the way he's sticking his tongue out, he's a little agitated. He's tasting the air. Okay, mate. Oh, he loved that one, didn't he? Up he goes.
It's one of the largest species of rattlesnake common to this arid area. Its full-grown size alone makes it dangerous. He feeds on rats, rabbits, birds, and just about anything alive that can be swallowed whole. You may not be a bunny, but still, take care around these snakes. They're armed and dangerous.
From the shape of the hole and the tracks, I can tell this is a mammal hole. There's a couple of other interesting things about this little patch of holes. This hole over here has been blocked off, and over there is a hole with absolutely no tracks on it. So these little fellas to survive out here, you've got to be a little bit cunning. That one's blocked himself in, and that's the old pop-up escape hole.
It's not long before Rob finds another familiar structure out here. He really wants to catch a pack rat and is investigating all entrances and escape routes.
Finally, I've found a pack rat nest that's not made entirely out of cactus spines. I'm going to have a look, see what they look like. But see, one tunnel goes in there, another tunnel goes in over there. Now, it has got some cactus spines in, but not much. So, I have to wash my fingers a little bit. Be nice to see what they look like, because they're everywhere. And it's not much wonder that rattlesnakes do well out here, because there's just so many of these little mammals, like these rats. And I just saw a rock squirrel take off over there as well. It's not much of a wonder to me that rattlesnakes out here do so well. With their really long fangs and toxic venom, to me they're a bit like a saber-toothed tiger to these little mammals that live here. They've got the ideal weaponry to stop them in their tracks. I can see there's a bit of a tunnel goes in between the rocks there, and there's another one over here. So there's a good chance it might escape. I'm going to try and find him for you. I still have to be a bit careful. It's still got some cactus in there. I'll just try and dig it up and see if I can find him. Ouch! Bit more cactus down there amongst it though. Smart little critter he is. It appears obvious to me that this rat takes these spines down there as a form of protection, possibly against the rattlesnakes. But what really amazes me is, how does this little rat pick up these spines without getting stuck, carry them and pack them in there? So that's why it's called a pack rat. I'll have to use the stick now, it's just so... I'm not going to get him, he goes right in under that big rock. Too hard for me. Probably that's why he's still alive. He's picked a good spot. I just put all this stuff back in there. He took so much trouble to actually build it, we won't mess him up.
So far on this trip, the pack rats have outwitted Robbie more times than he'd like to admit. But Robbie believes in persistence.
Not as neat as him, but it'll keep him protected.
Coming next on Killer Instinct, Rob challenges a snake to a race. Here's an Arizona local who's keeping an eye out for barefoot trespassers. And here comes Rob. But will the snake be quick enough in escape?
Yes. I wasn't looking for this, but I've got one. I've heard a lot about these. When I first saw him, he was in the classic pose, head up, looking for lizards. This is a lizard hunter. And in size and shape, he looks very much like Australia's black whip snake. Only the black whip snake is a dangerous snake. And this one's harmless. And it seems, even though he's harmless, he does just as well. Because there seems to be a lot of them here. But then there's a lot of lizards too.
He's a coach whip snake, long, slender and designed to be quick.
This is North America's fastest snake. And the reason he's got to be fast is because the lizards are fast.
So he's put to a running, well, fast walking race.
As far as snakes go that I've chased, he's no slouch. Real fast walk he goes at, about as fast as a taipan, I reckon. That puts him up there with the best. But still not faster than me. Gotcha, you little devil! I've been looking for a certain little lizard that lives in this Joshua tree. But what I've actually came up with is a pack rat after all this time of searching. I'm not looking for one and I finally catch one. Now this is the food of that western diamondback rattlesnake, his favourite tucker. Another interesting fact is they've discovered that pack rats are very, very resistant to rattlesnake poison. But that's not surprising either because they've been eaten by rattlesnakes for thousands, probably millions of years. So they're nearly resistant. Another thing, I've heard that they run through the scrub here and they pick up this cholla cactus and make their nests, and it doesn't affect them, but this one shows signs of having had 2 thorns in his throat and they're actually rotting out. So they do get stuck occasionally. And I tell you what, I've been out here for a fair while looking for these little lizards and I'm getting a bit hungry. And I don't mind the bit of rat, I tell you. It's a good sized rat too. Fortunately, it's a fire ban on at the moment, so she'll live to see another day. Maybe a rattlesnake will get her. Finally, I got one. Fantastic. Cute little devil. I tell you what, I found out a lot about rattlesnakes on this trip. But as usual, there's a lot more to rattlers than this tale. But that's another story. I'm Rob Brettle and thanks for joining me on Killer Instinct.